Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing very well today. In this video, I'm going to be checking out the brand new Sire S5 and hopefully answer some questions about this guitar, how it sits in the Sire lineup, and how it sits up against some very popular legacy guitars. Here we go. Let's find out what this guitar is all about. Yes, welcome back to the channel, you guys. As I mentioned, brand new guitar from Sire in this very eye-catching surf green metallic. Very interesting finish. I haven't really seen anything like this out there. Just try to catch it in the light a little bit. Hopefully some of the sparkle will come through on camera. But yeah, very sparkly finish, super unique. So we have the S3, that's the entry level. We have the S7, which is the flagship. Now Sire has released the S5, which fits obviously between the 3 and the 7, and then the S10, which hopefully we'll look at later. But the S5, so more affordable than the S7. How does it fit in? What's it good at, as I mentioned, and how does it compete against something like a made in Mexican Fender? Obviously, when you're spending your hard-earned money, these are the questions you want to know. So let's jump into it, do some really quick specs, and then of course, plug it in. All right, quick specs, here we go. Here's a look at the Sire headstock. You can see Sire Larry Carlton S5 with the Sire logo there. Basic tuning machines on this one. There's a look at the tuners. So no lockers on this model. We do have a genuine bone nut, which is very nice, and a maple neck. So no roasted maple on this one, just a very nice satin maple neck, maple fingerboard, 22 frets, and I've got to say, not a gritty fret on them, just shined up as you would expect with a Sire. So beautiful, so playable right out of the box. Now here's a look at some of the contours. Again, this is a nice way that, Sire upgrades some of their instruments over, say, like a Player Series. Look at all the contours on there, even the block. Hopefully the camera will pick that up. It thins out as you come this way. Very, very playable for an S-style guitar. Alder body, maple neck, maple fingerboard, Alnico pickups, 2-point trim with a pop-in bar, so you're not doing the screw in, screw out, trying to get the tension right. Very, very nice trim. Volume, 2 tones, 5-way switch. So alder body, maple neck, as I mentioned, maple fingerboard on this model. Of course, they have some others, but those are just the very quick specs on this guitar. Of course, I'll link to it in the video description below. Now I'm going to plug this in just a second, but I wanted to talk about the price. Now, normally I do not talk about the price at this point in the video. I'll talk about it at the end and final thoughts and stuff like that. But I just wanted to mention it here so that you guys have a context of what we're listening to. So the S5 at Sweetwater right now is $469. Now, the equivalent Player Series or the Player Mark II is $800. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. $469 versus $800. The gap is massive. Now on the S7, which is, the step up from the S5 here, which does have like the locking tuners, the roasted maple neck, high-end hardware and all that kind of stuff. When I demoed that a couple years ago, I just said this guitar completely cleans the floor up against a Player Series. Like the specs, the playability, everything about the S7 was elevated high above the Player Series. Now this one here at $469, I think is about about the same in terms of specs, and you do get the rolled fingerboard edges, which is generally a very high-end feature. You got the contours, the Alnico pickups, everything. I think it's much closer spec to spec versus a Player Series at half the price. So I just wanted to get that out there because it's insane. So yeah, let's plug it in and take a listen to the brand new S5. Here we go. So here are my final thoughts on the Sire S5. Well, at this price, if you don't have an S-style guitar and you can find one, buy it. It's just a great guitar. And of course, it does have some advantages over like the Player Series 2 with all the contours, with the actual bone nut, with I think a higher end trim for sure. And you still get Alnico pickups, you still get alder, you still get maple, and you get the rolled fingerboard edges. So there's some playability features here, and the contoured heel joint, I should say, as well. There's some absolute advantages over a Player Series, and at half the price, as I mentioned, absolute no-brainer. This is an excellent guitar. Now, if you do want to upgrade to the S7, you do get things like locking tuners, roasted maple neck, some higher end appointments throughout the whole guitar. And like I said, that kills on the Player Series for about the same price. This one at half the price is absolutely a no-brainer. So wonderful guitar. It sits nicely between the S3 and the S7. So, you know, for under 500 bucks, you get a very beautiful guitar. I can't fault the fretwork on it is wonderful. The playability is great. Tones are great. Obviously, Alnico pickups are going to sound like a classic F-style guitar. And other than that, yeah, just a great guitar. I'll link to it in the video description below. You can check out full specs and pricing for your region there. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Other than that, I got lots of great guitars lined up to share with you guys each week. So subscribe, and we'll see you then. Take care.